Hi, today's good person to know is Stuart Hillston. He's CEO of Constellation Capital, a specialist advisor in early stage entrepreneurs, primarily in the software, digital, mobile and medical sector. Stuart is most attracted towards companies that are scalable, where team members know exactly what they're doing and where the founders know their route to market. Stuart says you may not realise this, but you are actually pitching for investment from the moment you start your business. It's either by convincing family and friends that you've got a winning product or service and that they should invest in you at the early stages. But also, if you're looking for employees to work with you, you're going to be paying them a piddly salary. And so how are you going to entice them to work for you? Also, when you're trying to get advisors or investors on board, Stuart says you need to strive to learn, listen and pitch continuously, and that the more you do it, the easier it becomes, because you really need to have your business pitch in 30 seconds. And believe me, 30 seconds isn't that long at all. Stuart has a brilliant strategy that you should foster, which is to develop excellent and very early relationships with investors so that you can pitch them in the future and they know exactly who you are. He says that VCs are very demanding people. They want absolutely everything from you. They expect you to be able to answer any question they ask you. And it's not just about the documentation. They want to know about you, your personality and how you're going to drive the business forward. So he says you need to be able to articulate why your business is such a fantastic opportunity. Stuart gives an excellent tip as to how you can have access to a list of investors for £200 a month, and says it's well worth the investment. So if you are looking for funding, this is the ideal video for you. I hope you enjoy it and thank you for watching.
So what I look for is a globally scalable business with a perfect team which is horrendously undervalued. But if I can't find one of those, then truly scalable, a team that can execute, so they don't have to do everything, so long as they understand the things they can do and can do well, and bring in the right people to do the other bits. So scalable team, and then something for which they truly understand their market and their route to that market. Business is you. The next investor is probably friends, family, fools, the 3 Fs. You know, then you're going to go for seed capital from somewhere, whether it's crowdfunding, angel groups, people you know, someone you bump into. Then you're going to move up to the next category of investor, which is probably going to be one of the junior funds, the SEIS and EIS funds. EIS, by the way, going up to 5 million, don't forget. Then you're going to move up beyond there to what people traditionally call VC investment. It's a continuum, it's not a discrete thing. The only thing I would say is, whether you realise it or not, you are pitching for investment from the moment you start your business.
You never stop, do you?
No. You know, if you're trying to employ someone, you're getting them to invest in your business. You're trying to sell to someone, they're investing in your business. You're trying to get equity finance in, they're investing. You're trying to get debt in, they're investing. Everybody, including you, is investing in your business. So just get it right. Learn, listen, pitch continuously. Develop relationships. One of the best things I've ever seen, and I've worked in a family office and I've run a fund, done all those things, is the guys who come up to you and they say, we're not quite ready for you yet, but I'd like to tell you what we're doing. And they're pitching for the future horizon, at which point they are ready for you and you are ready for them. And I will give them time. I will listen. I won't spend 4 hours listening, but I will listen and hear and remember. And that's a brilliant strategy. It doesn't take very long. But you've got to be able to say in 30 seconds why you're investable. If you can't do that, go and find yourself an advisor who will tell you how to do it. I raise money for medtech companies, typically in the £2 to £10 million range. We wouldn't go and get that kind of money without having all our ducks in a row. There's a set of documents that people expect. But most importantly, it's not just the documentation. They expect you to understand the answers to the questions they're going to ask. So they won't always be in a document. So that's about you being prepared as much as the document. There's another category of investing that goes on, which is the early stage category of investing, the SEIS stuff, the sub 150k. And I think you can spend an awful lot of time putting a document together that is out of date the moment you finish it, or is irrelevant the moment you finish it. So I think there's a degree of flexibility in what you need to be able to present. And personally, nowadays, I used to hate getting a pitch deck without a proper business plan behind it. But nowadays, I take a more flexible approach to this and say, if you can articulate why this is a good investment opportunity, I will give you the time of day. I will listen, and I will accept that as an early stage company, you don't know all the answers, provided you accept that you don't know all the answers. And if it's really interesting, and I or one of my partners invest in you, we'll work together to fill in the gaps. And frankly, I think that's what you should be looking for from investors. If it's your first business, you know, and you come in and you're pitching for money, I accept the fact that you have not done this before. So one of the key things you're looking for, someone who's prepared to put in the effort to make it work, who will convince me that they will cope with the rough patches that are going to come, and are actually passionate about their business. It's amazing how many people pitch their business and they don't convey passion. It might be nerves, it might be lack of confidence, who knows. But if you can't convey passion, it isn't going to work. When you get to a later stage, when you start to look at teams of people, and so I've been involved in some fundraisers that are quite large, but pick the middle ground where you go beyond the seed round. What you're looking for now is someone who will found a business and recognise they can't do it all themselves, and therefore they need help, and they need complementary partners and skills within the business, not cookie-cutter models of themselves, people who are competent to do the roles for which they're brought into the business, and that what you get together is a cohesive team capable of delivering on the plan and the strategy. There's a very good little organisation here in London called UK Funders. For a £200 a month subscription, you can type in a bunch of criteria and it'll give you a list of people who invest. It won't give you a list of angels, but it will give you a list of people who invest. If you're after seed funds, this isn't for you. If you're after £30,000 to get going, this isn't for you. If you're after £150,000, it's a great resource, £200 a month. And isn't that worth investing? Do your research and only approach people who are relevant to you.